Mic check, 1 2 1 2, mic check, mic check. Bruh, ain't no hoes gonna be watching this shit, bruh. Oh, I do look kind of good with this shit. Should I keep the spectacles? We gonna keep the spectacles on. We gonna keep just been learning, okay? I ain't been gone for no reason. I've been learning, okay? Just for you watching this video, all right? So get your notepad out. We gonna be, you feel me? Yeah. So if you are unfamiliar with this symbol right here, it's very poorly drawn. But this is called the yin yang, okay? Now, the darker side is yin, okay? Yin. Now, we're not talking about no bitches, okay? We talking about the feminine force of the universe. And yes, this is the feminine force. Probably spelled feminine wrong, but fuck it. Then we have yang, the masculine force of the universe. Hold on, let me use it. Let me use the red. Yang. Not like Aang the Avatar. That was so corny. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, Yin dwells in darkness and hold on, y'all, because I cannot read my handwriting. Alright. So boom. Yin dwells in darkness. Darkness. And this is actually very important because when we start talking about the pineal gland, the pineal gland is stimulated in darkness. Your mind is stimulated in darkness. Okay? That's why when you meditate in darkness, guys. Yes. Now, when I begin to talk about certain terms and certain like ways of thinking and things of that nature, I'm gonna need you guys to follow along with me because guys, this gets very abstract. Okay, this gets very abstract, and this looks like a fairly simple symbol, right? But it gets very abstract, so I'm gonna need you guys to follow along with me and kind of string along the pieces as we go on. But the feminine force is activated in darkness, guys. So I don't know if I should wait until we go further along. I'm gonna wait until we go further along. All right, so boom, right? The feminine force is more passive. The feminine force is more nurturing. The feminine force is more cool. The feminine force is more introspective. Introspective. And the reason why I'm listing these things is because we're gonna really break this down into every aspect of life, guys. Especially when it relates to you and your life. But um the feminine force is more flexible. The feminine force is more quiet. The feminine force is more I don't know what that says. retracting. I don't know, but that is yin for you. Yin, yin, su, 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 su. Yin. That is horrible. Oh my god. Hold on. Yeah, let's erase that. I am not trying to get my Asian niggas mad at me. Oh, Lord have mercy. But yes, guys, that is the feminine force for you. That is the feminine force for you guys. Now, why is this important? Because as humans, okay, not only has your perception towards being what being a human means been misconstrued, but like your power, guys, the power that each and every human holds to be a creator is slowly being stripped away from them. Okay, through AI. I'm gonna make a separate video on this, but through AI, through ease of access, through technology, all of that is stripping away your God-given right as a god. Like you're literally a god on earth, and they're stripping these qualities away from you day by day. Now let's get into why that is. Because the feminine force is the creative force. Okay? I don't know why I put that in red, but the feminine force is the creative force, guys. Okay? The like I said, the feminine force is more flexible, it's more passive, it's more nurturing, it's quiet. What does this sound like? This sounds like when you get downloads from God or the divine, right? You get these downloads when it's quiet, when it's dark. Okay, these downloads are nurturing. These downloads are flexible. It doesn't really confide into one box. Okay. Fuck. All right, y'all. I'm back. Moving on from yin, we have yang. Oh, I forgot to mention that yin has a negative electrical charge, but yang has a positive electrical charge. Positive charge. Positive electrical charge. Yang is a masculine force. Masculine. 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 Yang is more of an active force. So it's not passive, it's active. Very sporadic. Yang is self sufficient. Self sufficient. Sufficient. Yang is also more of a warm force instead of cool. It's warm. Yang relates to the sun instead of the moon. Yang is more expressive. 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 Yang is more advancing rather than retracting. Um, Yang is more rigid rather than flexible. Rigid. Yang is more rigid rather than flexible. Yang is more loud rather than quiet. Like that's also my bad, y'all. Like that gas, nigga. Um, yeah. So, looking at these two opposite forces, I'm sure you can begin to pull a distinction from the two forces in their nature. But the main pull away that I would like to pull from this right here is the fact that yin is a creative force and yang is a destructive force. Now, why is this important? Because the universe is founded upon this principle right here. This principle called duality. Duality. This is what the universe is founded upon. Okay? You cannot have order without chaos. You cannot have good without evil. You cannot have man without woman. Okay? There is a duality to the universe. But the thing about this is that these two forces are not separate. They are one. They imagine a coin, right? Oh, do I got a coin over here? Imagine a coin, right? You have a top face, you have heads, and you have tails, right? But the thing about it is that the coin is one coin. It's one. Okay? So this is what I mean when I say that these two forces are one and the same. Right? So this is how the universe operates through duality, as above, so below. We're gonna get into that later, but um, just remember that these two forces are not separate. They are just different expressions of the same force. Okay, they are different polarities of the same force, chat. Okay, so this is duality for you. Now, let's move on. Oh, please, whiteboard don't fall. Please, whiteboard don't fall. Please, whiteboard don't fall. Guys, I have this whiteboard set up on top of my mirror. I know this is not a very wise choice of me, but you gotta do what you gotta motherfucking do, chat. So, had to get this video out. So we gonna make do with what we got. What else can we do? You know? What else can we do? What else can we do? Enjoy my singing while I erase this board and serenade you with this voice. Yeah. Why did I just think of that? Go listen to Final Fantasy by Drake. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but go listen to Final Fantasy by Drake. It's an amazing song, chat. Slashing like Guns N' Roses. My bad, chat. My fault. You got options, but I've been chosen. My bad, chat. My fault, y'all. All right. So, boom. Let's get back into the motherfucking knowledge, guys. Let's get back into it. So, what should I tell you about first? Should I tell you about the chakras? I think I should tell y'all about the chakras first. So let's do a little diagram of the human body real quick. You got options, but I've been chosen. Doo-doo-doo. I think I might have to do we're gonna do half of it man, half of it woman. It's the masculine side. Masculine side. This is the feminine side. Right? Right. So boom, right? You got options, but I've been saggy ass titty, my bad. I can't show this saggy ass titty, y'all. My fault. You got options, but I've been chosen. We're gonna draw her meditating. You got options, chosen. Gonna draw her meditating. Perfect. All right, now where's my red marker? All right, so we gonna boom. We got the Muldahara. I think that's what it's called, the root chakra. Then we got the motherfucker. We got all fucking sacral chakra. And then we got the motherfucking I forget what that motherfucker called. No crap. No kizzy, but we're just gonna flow with it. Oh God. Then we got the motherfucking heart chakra. Then we got the motherfucking heart chakra. Heart chakra. Got the heart chakra. And then we got a motherfucking throat chakra in this bitch. Got the motherfucking throat chakra. How many is that? 5? Yeah, we got a motherfucking throat chakra. And then we got a motherfucking pineal gland, right? And then we got the motherfucking crown in this bitch. Yeah. And then we got a motherfucking crown in it. So, here are your baseline 7 chakras, guys. You have more than 7 chakras. You actually have millions of chakras all around your body, millions of pressure points where the energy resides and begins to formulate. This is how your internal organs form. These are concentrated points of energy that formulate and function together. Isn't it beautiful? Anyways, we have your root chakra, guys. Now, why am I telling you about the chakras? Because your chakras function on the principle of duality as well, guys. Your body, your spirit functions off of duality. All right. Now, sometimes you can have overexpression of one force, but not just in one area. It can be in multiple areas. It can be in one area. But this is what leads to different forms of expression in a person. This is what leads to different psyches as well. We're going to talk about that in another video on how people have like different psyches, what leads to people having different psyches, what leads to people's psyches staying the same throughout their life. But we're going to talk about that in another video. Let me know if that's something y'all would be up for. But the root chakra, right? This is your base. All right. Where the this is where the core of not only your spirit but of who you are resides. Okay. Now, when I say spirit, I mean more of like your energy body, your ethereal body. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna say spirit. So this is where the base of your spirit lies. Okay, this chakra deals in your sexual energy. And why is this important, guys? Because sex is life. Sex is life. Guys, you nothing that exists on earth that wasn't already here, nothing that exists on earth did not come from a human mind. So that means everything that was created came from a human mind. Okay, this is why I say that you are God. You are God on earth. But that's the story for another video. That's a story for another video. Fuck nigga. So, boom. This is where your sexual energy resides. You move up. Boom. This is where your willpower resides. Then you move up. Boom. This is where your. Hold on. All right, chat. Took a brief intermission. My dudes got home and shit. We're also in the midst of trying to caught some Zop. So, see, I understand. I understand it's the day before Christmas Eve. But why the fuck, as a plug, are we not answering the phone, chat? Why? Anyways, so getting into the discussion, the topic of chakras, chat. This is a very well discussed topic. So let's get into it. At the base of this motherfucker. Bruh, I just got this. What the fuck, chat? Why is my expo marker not? Alright. We're gonna take it back to the pink, right? So we got the motherfucking root in this house. Oh my god. We got the motherfucking root. And then we got the motherfucking sacral. And then we got the motherfucking plexus in this bitch. Got the motherfucking solar plexus in this. And then we got the motherfucking heart in this bitch. And then we got the motherfucking throat chakra. Throat. Oh, 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 oh. My bad. We got the throat chakra in this hoe. Then we got the motherfucking we got the third eye in this bitch. Got the third eye in this bitch. And then you got the motherfucking crown. Right, chat? Am I recording? Okay, good. I'm recording. And then you got the motherfucking crown, right? Let me put these darker so you can see these. chat, why is this important? Especially when talking about things in the realm of duality. Why is this important? Because every single living being, chat, has these energy centers. Okay. And every single one of these energy sensors has two centrifugal forces. Okay. One of the centrifugal forces goes clockwise, like such, and the other centrifugal force goes counterclockwise, like such. Now, every chakra has two centrifugal forces. This is why you have two arms. Okay, this is why you have two eyes, two nostrils. Each one of these energy sensors has two points, two centrifugal forces. Okay, now let me put this into perspective for you. You got your head right here. Just bear with me. Bear with the throat. Where's the throat at? The throat is right here. So this drawing is very off. Hold on. Hold on. Very off. Okay, so that is like more like right. Chakra right here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right? And you got the motherfucking heart. The heart is obviously a little higher up here, but you got the motherfucking, you got the solar plexus or whatever. You got the root. All lined up with your spine. Okay, it should all be lined up with your spine. So this drawing is very botched. Okay, this is a very botched drawing of a human being, but y'all motherfuckers gonna bear with me. So this is why you have two legs, two arms, two eyes, two ears, all of that. Um, Now why is this important? Because your heart, especially, well, not just your heart, your entire body, but specifically your heart produces an electromagnetic field. Okay. Now, why is this important? Because phone over here dying, falling and shit. Why is this important, chat? Why is the fact that your heart produces an electromagnetic field? It's because in tangent with all of these, okay, the heart in turn takes the energy coming from each of these forces and amplifies it. Okay. So that means, chat, that your heart is a reflection of your mind, your thoughts, what you speak, how you feel. Okay, chat? Your heart is a reflection, your heart posture. And I'm gonna make another video on heart posture. Guys, I've been learning for y'all niggas. Okay? Your heart posture, okay, creates an electromagnetic field. And it doesn't only span out. Some people say that it spans out from 3 to 6 feet. Okay? So basically like from the height of a toddler to an adult. spans out, right? It doesn't only produce an electromagnetic field. This electromagnetic field also interacts with other people's magnetic fields. Okay, chat? Why is this important? This is important because you watching this video need to watch who the fuck you be around. Okay? Letting certain people into your space, into your, you feel me? Your field, your aura, as people like to say, is toxic. It can be toxic for you. Okay. Um. Now, how do you know whether your heart posture is good or not? Usually, someone um who has a good heart posture, they're usually going to be a creative or expressive being. Okay, somebody who has a good heart posture is more or less going to be aligned with the characteristics of God. What are the characteristics of God? God is a creator. God is merciful. God is loving. God is ever wise. God is um hmm. I mean, you can also take this and extrapolate it to your own thoughts about God, because in a sense, guys, everybody has their own perception of what God is. Okay, so I'm not about to tell you what you should think God should be like. But um usually somebody who has a good heart posture is going to be focused on creating life, and not only life, but a better life for the people around them, right? Um somebody who has a bad heart posture is going to be focused on death, okay? Focused on negativity. They're going to be very pessimistic. People who have bad heart posture, I notice, and like one thing about that is adults, guys. Adults, like if you watching this video and you are under the age of like 20, bro, do not let these old ass niggas out here pessimistic you into not following your dreams. Okay? These niggas out here be pessimistic as fuck. All right? One thing about somebody who has a bad heart posture is they are usually pessimistic. And I usually notice this within adults and like older, like the OGs. Like they just don't like seeing young niggas win. And I don't know if that's like programming or if that's like hardwired into them, but they just don't like to see young niggas win. But we gonna win regardless. On good. On good. But yeah, guys. Um, that concludes the first video on Yin Yang, the Yin Yang series, guys. And usually, I'm supposed to be fried for these. I'm supposed to be high on my mind, but the plug, like I said, isn't answering. Do better, plugs. Do better!